Hello guys, this is Vysh. So yesterday we had done the video on 2023 toughness level. People are telling like CSAT cutoff should be reduced. So many points I told you, like this was the particular thumbnail which we discussed yesterday. And we have got huge good responses. Many in WhatsApp also newly came and joined by seeing these videos. So it's completely free. The lectures which will be in our channel will be completely free. And so if you are looking for starting from scratch and if you don't know anything about UPSC, you have to come and contact us. Okay. So now this today's video is something different. Okay. 2023, even though it was very tough, there were always, every year there will be questions which comes directly from textbooks. Okay, only thing is the number went a little low. Usually it will be 35 to 40 questions which a serious aspirant can clear. A serious aspirant, I mean those who studied Lakshmikant, Spectrum, R.S. Sharma, did current affair, maybe any magazine or newspaper reading, then maybe basics of environment, science and technology. You do the basic, meaning you don't know any out of the context questions. Maybe you did not solve the previous year questions, or maybe a little bit very latest question papers you saw. So for such aspirant, this year how many questions came easy and which are those questions and why were they easy, such things we'll discuss in this video. Okay, because you have to know both the sides. Okay, because next year if suppose UPSC repeats the same strategy, what you have to do? You know that 2024 prelims will come on May 26, 2024, which will be again a Sunday, last Sunday of May month. That time, when you go to the exam hall, you have to go with a different approach. Okay, 2024 strategy, I'll be making video. It will be totally different. In case the pattern repeats, you will know that it will be tough. You know that cutoff will be low. So you have to beat the person sitting next to you, the person sitting in the exam center which you go in your city. That is where you will make sure that at least you are better than all of them. And then finally, when the overall rank comes or the list of prelims result comes, your name, there's a high chance it will come there because you are not trying to become topper. You are trying to beat the person next to you. So that way competition is going to be high. People are, taking coaching from different institutes. People are studying day and night. Everyone's strategy is different. Don't copy any topper strategy and all. You have to make your own strategy. But there are some points you have to keep in mind while making that strategy. That as I told, upcoming videos will come. Now this thing. Earlier, as I told, we know the cutoff will be 90, 100 and all. So we tell you, first one round, do the easy questions. Then second round, do this where 50-50 chance is there. Now there is no such 50-50 chance or elimination. That is gone now. Okay. So now still there are some easy questions, which again in the first 45 minutes, which you have to solve. So that easy questions is what I will discuss here. Okay. Easy questions means direct from textbook. Then the assertion reasoning type, statement 1, statement 2. Yesterday also I told you, if one of them is wrong, okay, if one of them is wrong, if statement 1 is wrong, answer will come directly to D or C, and then statement 2 is wrong, it will come directly to the other one, C or D it will come, okay. Only when both statement 1 and 2 are correct, then you are stuck with the option A and B, where you have to find whether B is the explanation of A, okay, the 2 is the explanation of 1, if both are true. But this year's question, when I think 12 questions or 15 questions came on statement, assertion, reasoning, majority of them, one of the statement were wrong. If you catch that, you directly get the answer. So in first round, in the 45 minutes, you have to go for that easy questions, okay, which is direct from textbook, assertion reasoning type questions, and then ABCD type question. Okay, like last year, this year, 2023 itself, that small field, small farmer, large field one question came, which was an older current affair. But because it's ABCD, instead of you wasting time on that 1 pair, 2 pair and all, where you take extra 2-3 minutes, this ABCD is just reading 4 statements. And reading that, and then you will understand one of them. Let's see CSAT passage questions, how you take the best logical inference. Read that and which you feel best suited for that, take that. So I'm telling scoring, how to score high in the first 45 minutes, because that will matter. That will matter from now on. You should be confident. First 5-10 minutes you get shocked, means then you can't take the paper ahead. UPSC is doing exactly that. They want the most confident, who is conceptually clear, who just doesn't by heart facts, who just doesn't mug up these magazines of these big coaching classes. You are reading newspaper yourself. You have observation skills. You are confident. You have come here with a confidence to be there in the list. That full thing they are testing in your prelims round itself. Understanding? So that is where the change will come. So that easy questions, how to spot. That is the discussion here. Okay, and here I will show you 26 questions were direct or easy from textbooks. 22 actually was remaining are because of the pattern or the options, it was very easy. So we'll discuss all of them. Okay. So I've categorized into different slides. Now this one, if you see, most of the people will tell it is very tough. But again, I told you this video is for the most serious aspirant who did the studies. Russia-Ukraine war and Azerbaijan-Armenia war is in news over the last 2 to 3 years. Armenia war is since many years now. It's almost a decade now they are fighting. But Russia-Ukraine is like, you should have known the borders of Russia, you should have known the borders of Ukraine, you should know their trade and whether India has a relationship. So who started the war, whether they are doing nuclear attack with each other, is there nuclear plants with them, whether who is providing support, like USA is providing missiles or something to Ukraine. These were basics expected out of every aspirant. Okay, so that is very, it's easy. So these 2 questions, 6 places are given, all 6 of them are wrong. All 6 of them are wrong. Answer will be none for both of them. Okay. So here if you see in the very first question. Okay. This North Kivu and Ituri, that is actually matched with Armenia and Azerbaijan, which should have been actually with the second one, that Nagorno-Karabakh, that one. This is actually matched with the war between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Okay, and the last one, if you see this Kherson, every day, almost every day that is in the news because of Ukraine war. This is in Ukraine, and this is Zaporizhzhia. This is actually their nuclear plant, which again Russia attacked. So that was in like a very popular news. Okay, we have MCQ specific in Vysh IAS test series, specific for Kherson, which is in news, is related to which area. We have a direct question, same like that other one. This is a nuclear plant related to which country? Same like in the other opposite second question. If you see Donbass is also like that, Ukraine. Kachin is Myanmar, there the coup is going on. Then this Tigray crisis is, I think many years it's in news. Tigray crisis right from my 2016, 17, 18 current affairs, somewhere that location will be mentioned. Okay. So all three, this I'm not telling answers here or discussing here, because that we'll do the Vysh versus UPSC, which is the next upcoming video. This one is to tell you where to spot questions. Okay. This is the first time again UPSC gave location questions and all of them are wrong. Always there will be like one of them will be correct. Okay. So maybe because it's 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, UPSC expected that guessing people to make a mistake. Guessing people would have think like, okay, maybe 2 of them are correct or 1 of them are correct. So to trap them, they gave all of them wrong. Okay. So only a person who reads newspapers every day, a serious aspirant, or read a current affair magazine, anyone, okay, because Vysh IAS also covered all the 6 places with detailed notes we have covered. Everyone would have covered. It's not like only Vysh IAS, everybody will teach you this, because it was very, very popular. Not like very, like Ethiopian, some village they took it, or Somalian, some small grassland area they took. They didn't take like that. They took very popular news items which were in news continuously. Okay, so these are the 2 easy questions based on maps which came this year. First 2 questions. Okay, so many will not agree. I know that many will think like it's still difficult. This shouldn't be difficult. That's why I'm telling you have to change your strategy. You have to be strong in your concept. You have to be strong in your current affairs. Okay, what is recently in news, you cannot tell that you don't know. Okay, you cannot tell that. You have to know it, whichever source you study. Now this one, first time in the history of UPSC, I am seeing that one topic is asked 2 times in the same question paper. First time in the history of UPSC. Because if UPSC decide, okay, green hydrogen, national green hydrogen is in news, we have to ask 2 students, they will, out of the 100, they will obviously make 1 question out of it. 2 questions on green hydrogen, that too far apart, 59th question and 90th question in set number B. This is purposely to make students feel bad after the exam, because you would not have even noticed. I'm sure many people did not see that 2 questions existed of the same topic. Same topic, same type only, same application. They're asking the first question, green hydrogen is expected to play a significant role in decarbonizing which of the above industries? So it is like fertilizer plants, oil refineries, steel plants. Any technology, anything which is new, which is helping anything in any format, that will be used obviously in every sector, every industry. Wherever carbon is generated, everywhere to decarbonize we'll use it. So all of 3 is the correct. Other one also, if you see hydrogen application, it can be directly used as a fuel for internal combustion. It can be blended with natural gas and used for fuel for heat generation. It can be used in the hydrogen fuel cell to run vehicles. It's almost the same. Everything is almost the same. That also everything is correct. Understanding the previous questions I showed you, none of them are correct. Here all of them are correct. And both green hydrogen application, actually they could have put 1 question for this as 6 options, because they have other questions also where 6 bullet points are there. And they will ask like all 5, all 6, all 2. I don't know why they had to split it into 2 different questions. Maybe they ran out of questions, or what is the intention of this UPSC examiner, I did not understand. First time ever, same topic, 2 questions in a single year. Okay, else we'll show you, right? Like 2021 also it repeated, 1998 also it repeated. This is like in the same question paper it repeated. This is the first time, green hydrogen for a topic coming 2 times. Okay, so this is like now 4 questions I showed you. Next one, border of Ukraine. Border of Ukraine, options were tough, I agree. Everything are almost in that same vicinity only, but in that only 2 of them, I think Hungary and Romania will be the correct one. I have to reconfirm, but this also with the map and all, we also have taught you. Anybody who taught you any current affair magazine which you enrolled, or you read newspaper by yourself, you would have seen the European that side part of that map, because even India was evacuating people from Ukraine to India and all. So we would have seen the map 100 times. So this was a very, very easy question for serious aspirants. Others will simply read it like a time pass thing. Aspirant will actually understand. UPSC, there's a high chance it's in news. They will ask the bordering countries, or which are the seas or rivers which pass through it. That and all an aspirant will study. So that is why it is easy. Okay, so don't think I'm simply telling everything easy. Out of the tough level which came this year, these were the easy ones which an aspirant should have identified and solved it. I'm teaching you anyway, this exam is gone. Next year strategy I'm telling you. These are the things you have to spot. Okay, the popular current affair and very like related to India or related to our textbooks, that you have to spot. You have to identify the best 25 to 30 questions. You are the ones who will get through in prelims. Okay, now which one of the following countries has its own satellite navigation system? So, you know that GPS of USA and then GLONASS of this Russia and Europe has it, and big countries, powerful P5 countries and all, China, they all have their own navigation system. They have everything in space. They have that space race also. Okay, India doesn't do that race with them. India makes the most cheapest, affordable rockets, missiles, and all these things and all, launch vehicles. But navigation system, India's navigation system is not a new current affair. Okay, the IRNS system, or we call NAVIC system, that is in news since how many years now? Continuously, every year we also make a current affair on that. We also make a question on that because it's very popular. There's no one who will not have taught you this NAVIC and IRNSS of India. So what, and question also came. Previous year question came on NAVIC already. Okay, 2 years back. So that one, what is the difference between GPS of USA and the NAVIC of India? They will have more satellites, maybe 24 satellites and all in space they have, and because they are covering the global positioning system it is. Your Google map or map and all you see, it's complete world they are covering. Okay, but India's is a regional navigation system. That is the difference. Regional navigation system means we have only like, that was the question also which came. I think they gave like India's NAVIC system covers a range of 5,000 kilometers across continent, something like that. But it was wrong because we cover only India and up to the Arabian Sea borders, around 1,500 kilometer range. This NAVIC system will work, and we have only 7-8 satellites. Okay, IRNS 1A, 1B, 1C like that we had, and it was again in news because one of them got damaged, one of the satellite, 1A or 1H or something, and we had to replace with a new satellite. That was the news. So this is something which was taught or which you should have studied because it's a very popular news. Okay, science and technology if you are studying, navigation system of India you will study. Now question is, when you study that, the list of countries which have the navigation system, that also we taught you. Understanding, like here, Japan's QZSS system is there, QZSS. Okay, that full form I forgot, but that is the system, QZSS. So that again in our magazine also, we taught you, these are the 4 global systems and these are the 2 regional systems. One is India and one is Japan. Other countries don't have it. Understanding? So these are like when something is limited, there are only 5 items or 6 items, you should know it. Like UPSC has even asked the G20 countries list. G20 countries is like 20 countries, still UPSC expected you to by heart and go 20 items. So asking somewhere only 6 items are there, or in regional navigation system only 2 items are there, India and Japan, you should have studied. Understanding? So I am guiding you for the next year. I am not justifying UPSC this year or anything. I am telling you out of the tough questions which were easy. Now this one again, first question if it is self-help group. Self-help group, you won't study as such, okay, in textbooks and all directly it won't be given. But the origin, okay, at least it started not by State Bank of India. That common sense we will have. State Bank of India will not start something which is like this service-based thing for India or the poor people and all these things. They will start their own YONO app and their whatever digital banking, net banking, that kind of things. Okay, State Bank will not start a self-help group concept. That common sense, if you had that, one is wrong. And good thing is that statement 2 and 3, if you read carefully, very general statement. One person in the group take loan, everybody will together take responsibility. That is actually the self-help group. Okay, and then regional banks and scheduled commercial bank will support them. There's nothing wrong in that statement. So these are the places, okay, where an aspirant should have little bit used their brain. But problem is, you were stuck with that president question, which you thought I studied president, I have to solve it, You missed to maybe see this. I know many students now while seeing this will think like this was such an easy question. Okay, and it happens. I know you will feel bad if you had not attempted this, because State Bank of India, that one is wrong and the 2 and 3 is correct, answer will be only 2. Okay, so this question, many students did not even know such a question came, because they did not read all the 100 questions. So that will happen. When a new pattern change happens, it will happen. So that I will work with you, and by the next year, I will make sure you all clear prelims. Okay. The other one of the most easiest question this year, ballistic missile, cruise missile, Agni missile and BrahMos missile. There is no one in this country who should tell I don't know what is Agni and BrahMos. Because Indian missile system, especially when Kalam started all the missiles, K missiles and all these things, Agni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including its range, the year it is started, which is intercontinental one, what is ballistic, what is cruise, is an always like daily it's done. Okay, in our plums also many times we have taught you this in science and technology episodes. So these things are something which you should know. So that was a very easy question. Both are wrong. Okay, ballistic and cruise is interchanged, Agni and BrahMos is interchanged, the definition is interchanged. Other one, military coup. Why I put easy? Because successful coup. Okay, D is the answer. Chad, Guinea, Mali, Sudan. Because this is a repeat question. Last year, 2022 or 21, I think, same question came, but in a different other countries were there. And asked like, why are they in news? Answer was again this only, military coup. Okay, that time I explained the question, answer I discussed, right. That time I told you, these are the list of African countries which has military coup. So some 16 countries I listed and told this in future UPSC will again ask, so by heart it. So if you studied from a good teacher or if you studied the popular current affair, you would have solved this. It was not a very difficult question. This one military coup is a repeat UPSC question, just 2-3 countries they changed in the options. Understanding? So that is why this is easy. So learn to spot these kind of questions, especially if it was there in your previous year questions. Okay, till now I have not shown you textbook questions yet. This is all current affair, maps or previous year papers I have shown. Okay, now we will see a little bit textbook questions also. This one, first question. Buddhism, Jainism difference, again, some topic which an aspirant cannot afford to skip and go to the exam hall. Buddhism, Jainism, everything, whether they do believe in God, whether they are like believing in soul, whether they pray, whether they make idols, difference between different sect. Within Jainism, we have that Shwetambar and Digambar sect. Within Buddhism, we have the Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, Theravada, Buddhism. Like many things are there. These are all with the minute details we teach you. They ask you the most simplest thing. Okay, that's if you see the line that souls are not only the properties of animals and life, but everything rock, meaning every immaterial, everything has soul. This is the belief of Jaina. Okay, Jain people, if you know, many people don't even do farming or agriculture because they believe we will disturb the microbes or microorganisms, everything in this thing. So everything has a soul. We should protect everyone. We should respect everyone. So they don't even do farming. These are basics about Jainism, and this is not any in-depth question. This is like outer question. And this answer, this question ditto is there in our test series also. Soul, who believes in soul and everything. That is Jainism. We have a question. And this line, if you want the source, this is taken from IGNO notes. Okay, IGNO, Indira Gandhi National Open University. The notes PDF will be there. There, the ditto line is there. Okay. How much ever we tell you every book has soul and Jainism, this line when you Google you will get like IGNO's PDF will come up. Okay, that doesn't mean you start reading IGNO PDF, that is very bulky, you cannot study everything. My test series would have been sufficient, or any coaching who taught you would have taken such things and taught you. Okay, so that's what I'm telling, don't go for that bigger source. We people in the middle are standing for this only. We are taking that, filtering it and refining it and giving it to you. So learn and believe any one mentor which you like, you will clear. Okay, the next two, 9 and 10. This is one is spectrum question. Both are spectrum questions actually. You can find the Charter Act in the Lakshmikant also. Governor General of Bengal, when it is called Governor General of India, when Governor General became Viceroy. These are the most basic, utmost basic when it comes to the Charter Acts. Right from 1772 Regulating Act till 1947 Independence Act, around 12-15 acts are there. Every act, every clause is like a sure shot question in UPSC. One act will be asked. In the last 20 years, they have asked every year one act, every year. Okay, it can be Pitt's India Act, it can be Warren Hastings, that first one act, or Dalhousie came and did one act. One act will be definitely asked that everyone knows. And they asked one of the most simplest one, Charter Act 1833, available in your spectrum, available in your Lakshmikant. Okay, the other one is spectrum. Okay, like when Portuguese, we taught you that Albert, 2-3 Governor Generals are there, Portuguese Governor General. So they each one had a blue water policy, one had like captured Goa and Daman and Diu, one captured this thing. So that time who is the ruler in Gujarat? This and all is there in your spectrum. In our spectrum lecture it's there, in our test series it's there. So this was a direct easy question. So these are again history easy direct questions. Now if you see polity easy questions. First question, if you see scheduled area. Scheduled area in India, consider the following statements. Okay, so this one again, this directly if you have your Lakshmikant, we have that chapter one is the Village Panchayat and 73rd Amendment Act chapter, and then we have this Panchayat Extension Act to scheduled areas, PESA Act which we have. It is direct question from there. The schedule we have, sorry, not schedule, schedule 5 areas and schedule 6 areas are different. Okay, the areas, and the one is the tribal specific areas of certain states, Assam, Mizoram and all. So now this is about schedule 5 areas, and this is direct verbatim from the textbook. First thing is the president is the one who orders, that is correct. Then just they are asking the panchayat system. You know panchayat what it is, group villages are there, block level is there, district level is there, Zilla Parishad. So that thing they just asked you in that second one. Largest administrative unit forming the scheduled area is the district, and the lowest one is the cluster of villages in the block. So this is the basic thing. This is again there in your textbook, Lakshmikant textbook verbatim it is. And the third one, like president is the one who is in charge there, it is actually the governor who will submit this thing to the president. Okay, the report, it's not chief minister. Chief minister is wrong. So there the third statement is wrong, answer will be only 2. Okay, so Lakshmikant direct. Now see the other one below one, 13th one. This is repeated, I think now the 5th time. The same question is repeated in the 5th time. Only thing that word which they put in bold, the chief purpose, that they put extra this year. Else they ask multiple times the same thing. What is the purpose of the constitution? What is like India's constitution is special because of what? Constitution different from other countries because of what? Every time the answer is same. It defines and limits the power of the government. Government cannot unlimited what they like, they cannot do. That is why we have a constitution. You are bound by the constitution. It limits the government. Okay, it limits the government to make anything, any law or any rule. So this one is again repeated question. So this is a very easy question. Okay, this and all if you don't do, that means you didn't do previous year analysis, you didn't read the basic Lakshmikant textbook, meaning not even tough chapters, the basic salient features chapter number 3 or 4 in the textbook, that itself you didn't read. Okay, that is why you couldn't solve it. Now next one, in which one of the following constitution amendment was widely believed to be enacted to overcome the judicial interpretation of the fundamental right? This is also repeat, but not this format. Last year, instead of giving first amendment, 47 amendments and all, they gave the same question as the options 9th schedule, 10th schedule, 11th schedule, 12th schedule. That time the answer was 9th schedule. And how was 9th schedule inserted? 9th schedule was inserted by the first amendment 1951. That was the very first amendment we did to our constitution. When Ambedkar made the constitution and closed it, 1949. After that, the first ever time we went and amended, repaired or changed something in the constitution was the first amendment 1951. Nehru's time only. So that time, the story I will tell you. They are telling judicial interpretation of the fundamental rights. So you should know that now you have this right to speech, right to talk, right to strike, right to many things are there, right? You have, which is a fundamental right to live. Article 14 to the 30s, which we have 30, 31, okay, 32. So in that, if you remember, Article 31, which is repealed now or which is moved from the fundamental right to a legal right, right to property. Right to property, those days, 1950s, used to be a fundamental right. Meaning nobody can touch your land. Government cannot touch your land. You can go and give case. This is my land. How dare you touch it? Okay, it's a fundamental right of the people, right to property. So the reason I am telling what happened, the backstory, which I don't think many people teach you, but it's written in Lakshmikant again. So what happened is, you know, when we were getting independent, there were very big zamindars, big farmers and people, right? They all have big land. After this thing, independence, Nehru government and everybody decided this is not fair. We have to have a uniform distribution of land. So take from these big people, cut it and give to smaller people. Land reforms. Land reforms is a main topic, which question came already. Same thing, main question came. There also you should write the same thing only. Land reforms came. That time what will these people do? They will not sit silent. They will go to the court and tell our right to property is being touched by the government. Judiciary will interfere. When judiciary interferes, government didn't like it. So what will government do? That time there was many things like government versus judiciary. Till Indira Gandhi's time, lot of fighting was there. They will do something, these people will counter it. Then these people will do, they will counter it. This was a continuous thing that time. Okay, even now it's there. Even now government versus judiciary problems are there. So but that time it was at its peak because they thought government is everything. Okay, judiciary did not have that much power that time. Later after Keshavanand Bharati case and all, things started becoming okay. So what happened is when these land people went and told my right to property, government told we are introducing a new thing which is called 9th schedule. Till then we had only 8 schedules. When Ambedkar wrote the constitution and finalized it, we had 8th schedule only, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, like I think 7th schedule is for that state union list, current concurrent list and all. 8th schedule is our languages. Around 14 languages was there that time, which is the national languages kind of thing. It is there. Okay. 9th schedule was inserted by the first amendment. And what is that? Schedule is like a bucket. Okay. It's a place which they inserted and told like, going forward, when we do any new law and all, and we put that inside 9th schedule, then judiciary cannot interfere. 9th schedule items cannot be touched by judiciary. Such a law, central government itself made it. Understanding? Central government itself made a thing like 9th schedule cannot be touched by the judiciary. So what they did, they made this land distribution reforms into that one. And they started now touching. Now they can't come, judiciary can't come and tell. It's not right to property we are touching the 9th schedule item. So this became a problem. So this is the question which is asked. Which was the amendment which was enacted to overcome the judicial interpretation of the fundamental right? Article number 31. That time it was a fundamental right. Okay. Now it is not a fundamental, it's a legal property right, different one. Okay. So that is the question, answer is First Amendment. But later what happened is, governments after that started misusing this. Whenever they want to bypass judiciary, they started putting every law under 9th schedule. Okay, make that law, Terrorism Act, 9th schedule. This thing, 9th schedule. So what happened is, judiciary has no role. So it became problem. Later only they decided, when Keshavanand, I think that date, April 24, 1973, right? That date and before, whatever you have put in 9th schedule is fine. Judiciary will not touch it. Okay. After that, now you cannot do. That was stopped. Now 9th schedule is actually a waste schedule. Actually, it's not required. Nothing new you can put into it. Even if you put, judiciary can still interfere. So what's the point in putting there? So now 9th schedule is actually an unwanted schedule. In future, if UPSC has such a question also, this is called concept clarity. UPSC if asks like which is the schedule which is actually of no much use in this present context, my answer will be 9th schedule. Okay, remaining all schedules are useful. 11th schedule is for panchayat, 12th schedule is for municipality, 10th schedule is for defection. So like that, everything has a purpose. 9th schedule now is of no use. Understanding, only the older one which remains there, that also I think now judiciary is interfering. Okay, so that is actually now it should actually be removed according to me. Okay, my understanding of this is this. Okay, but again this coaching class are telling like this answer is not that one, answer is 42nd amendment. So that's debates are going on. For me the answer is first amendment. Okay, 42nd amendment was a very big amendment. Indira Gandhi's time, 1976. It's even called mini constitution. Why? Because that is the biggest changes ever happened in our constitution. Whatever Ambedkar did, 30-40% of that Indira Gandhi came and changed. She herself changed many things. And then 44th amendment came in 1978. She came down from power also after emergency. 1978, another next person came and they repaired it. Whatever nonsense things this Indira Gandhi did, okay, many good things also she would have done, but whatever nonsense things she did in that particular act, this person reversed it. So that is why 42nd, 44th is one of the most lengthiest amendment which you will study in your this thing. Other amendments are very small, like recent one you see for making National Commission for Backward Class a constitutional body, you would have done some amendment, or GST to include in constitution, you would have done some small amendments you would have done. One amendment, one purpose. But 42nd, 44 is like a list of provisions are there. You test emergency, you test president, you introduced fundamental duties for the first time, you changed DPSP, in preamble you added secular and I think socialist, 2 words you added, many changes were done. That's why it's called mini constitution. These are all teachings, okay, these are all we have done already, but I know many people would have not seen a single lecture of mine. This is the first video you are seeing, that's why I'm telling all these things. Please stick to one source and study. Your concept will be full clear, that I can guarantee. Okay. Now, next one, the same thing which I told you. National Commission for Backward Class is the only constitutional body in that. By, I think, Article 338 or something was inserted, and 338B or C, and that became constitutional. Else, all 4 would have been statutory. But now that first one is constitutional, and remaining 3 are the local bodies, which Ambedkar did not put it. Later we made 2 different acts like National Human Rights Commission, National Law Commission, National Consumer Dispute. These are all statutory bodies, or some are even not statutory also. Okay, so such bodies are not there. Answer will be one only. That is the only constitutional body in that list. And this is very easy. Direct Lakshmikant, chapter by chapter they have given what is the constitutional body and what is the non-constitutional body. And the last one I have shown you yesterday also in that video. That preamble, everybody by hearts. The last line of preamble. On 26 November 1949, we hereby enact, adopt and give ourselves this constitution. On 26 November 1949. Here they are writing, on 26 November 1949, we set up Ambedkar committee, draft committee to set up the start working on the constitution. So that is wrong. And if you know, I told assertion reasoning, when you know 1 is wrong or 2 is wrong, here 2 is wrong. When 2 is wrong, answer will directly come to C. Because C is the only place where it's written, statement 2 is incorrect. Remaining 3 options, statement 2 is correct. So that's what I'm telling, there is elimination possible in the assertion reasoning. You have to go for ABCD type question, you have to go for textbook questions, you have to go for popular current affairs, you have to go for statement reasoning question. Then only go for 1 pair, 2 pair type question. This is your strategy for 2024 and you will clear. Okay, you will clear, provided you study the textbooks and follow current affairs. Strategy anyway, I told you how to approach the paper. Geography, NCERT, all these 4 questions are direct verbatim taken from NCERT class 11. Chapter 5 is there, chapter 10 and chapter 15 I think, because oceans, continents, and then that heat, the solar things, right, insolation which comes to earth. NCERT has pictures also, like sunlight is coming, then clouds and water vapor is stopping the rays, then only few will get filtered and come down, then again long range is coming, short range is going. This complete arrow mark full picture, and we have done free class for you. In English and Hindi, both we have geography NCERT lectures, free of cost in our YouTube. And our test series has again with pictures and extra facts, I have made them MCQs. So this was every 4 questions. First question about the insolation, second question about the tropical rainforest, third is about the temperature contrast between ocean and continents, and the last one is about the P wave, S wave. The P wave, S wave is the most easiest one. They have the name P is because it's primary wave and secondary wave. They are asking which one will come first. Obviously the primary will come first, right? So that is why that first one is correct. Second one, primary is the one which go parallel, and secondary is the one go perpendicular. This also with the pictures, P waves and S waves. Not only P wave, S wave, after that L waves are there, Rayleigh scattering waves are there, many waves are there which related to the earthquake also, and the earth's center when we are discovering and all. We have many concepts in geography. Tough things we have taught you, they asked you the most basic ones. Okay, but again, as I told, many students did not even see this question. Okay, because they were busy with doing CSAT in that president question and all, vote value of MLA, MP and all. You were sitting and calculating and wasting your time. Instead, if you had done these 2-3 extra questions, you would have got 6 marks. Okay, there you would have mostly ended up wrong and minus 0.66. So spotting the best questions is the skill you have to learn. The first question, option 1, the total amount of insolation received at the equator is roughly about 10 times of that received at the poles. It's actually 5 times, 4 or 5 times, because in NCERT is given number also. Here around 320 watts is received energy. Here is this much, 1/5 of that is received in the equator and pole. That is given in your textbook. Then infrared waves constitute roughly 2/3, meaning 66% is full infrared. That is not correct. Third one is correct one. Infrared comes, but mostly it is the water vapor and this thing absorbs. It's a very general statement there. Last one is again wrong. What they are telling, infrared is part of the visible light. What is visible light? VIBGYOR, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. After red, what is it? That is called infrared. After violet, what is there on this side? That is called the ultraviolet. So ultraviolet, visible light, then infrared. This is the basics of electromagnetic spectrum. Your 7th standard, 8th standard science textbook, when you study EM waves, X-rays, microwaves, this basic, right, radio waves, in that the chart that everybody would have studied. We have special science and tech free class for that. In English, Hindi, we have free class. Ma'am has taken it. With pictures, all the thing with its increasing wavelength, decreasing frequency, every waves we have taught you with examples and pictures. So that was a very easy one. Third one is the C is the answer. Okay. Second, that tropical rainforest is also very easy. Name itself is tropical rainforest. There are a lot of nutrients will not be there. The heavy rains will wash away all the soil, the leaching, this process and all is there. So that first statement is wrong. When you know first statement is wrong, answer directly comes to D. So even one is incorrect. Even if you don't read the second one. Second one is correct. Second one is high temperature and moisture. So there again decompose quickly. That again, their nutrients won't stay. It will be quickly decomposing in the vegetation itself. It won't reach the soil. That is the property, basic property of tropical rainforest. And it's written in your geography NCERT. This other one, temperature contrast question, there are multiple views coming because people are interpreting in a different way. So I'm not giving you a perfect answer. Answer can be both 1 and 2 and 2 explains 1. But again, the first statement can be wrong in certain conditions. Okay. This is actually the contrast they are asking between the continent and the water. So suppose you go to beach, you have to imagine the situation. You go to beach and when you stand in the hot sun without your slippers, when you stand on the beach, the land, it will be very hot. You will feel like running to the water because water will comparatively, it is better for you. Lesser warm you will feel. Okay. So because that specific gravity thing, that is correct actually. Specific heat of water is actually more. Specific heat is more means for 1 gram of water to heat, it needs more energy, meaning more sunlight has to come. But land is not like that. It is lesser specific heat. So land will heat faster. With little heat, it will heat. So this is heating faster, this is heating slower. This is cooling faster, again reverse, is cooling slower. So now they are not asking daytime and nighttime or they are asking the normal time. They are asking summer versus winter. So there we have to, little bit deep we have to think. Okay, summer time how the land and water is behaving, winter time how it is behaving, and that contrast, the difference in temperatures, which time is higher. Here they are telling in summer it is greater, the difference is greater than winter. So that in deep when you think, sometimes you will feel the first statement is wrong. Okay, in winter time maybe the contrast, the gap will be high. Okay. So that reason I am not telling the answer now. I will do it when we do the Vysh versus UPSC. But I am putting it here because it is directly from the NCERT. It is there. This full concept is explained there. Continents and water, which I told you. Next one, popular schemes which all coaching teaches. Okay, we like nobody can tell like I don't know Swachh Bharat, I don't know Digital India. Same like that, this mother children related, Shishu related scheme, 4 schemes are there. Okay, PM Janani, PM Suraksha, like that. 4 schemes are there. Matrutva Abhiyan, 4-5 schemes we also taught you together. All the 4 schemes we taught you, like one is for like every 9th of the month some checkup is done. One is like you will be given 6,000 rupees for every kid which is born. And this is the another one where Janani Suraksha Yojana, where again to reduce the mortality rate of babies and all, we had that scheme. Only problem here you can tell difficult is the options are this only 1, only 2. That means you need to know all the 4 classes. But still it was little bit easy I will tell because this is at least taught to you. It's not like you never heard of this scheme. Okay. And it's not very latest scheme also. It is very old schemes. Here the first question, statement 1, 2, 3 will be correct. That last one, giving public facilities for infants up to 1 year of age, that I don't think it is correct. Okay, that 1 year of age thing is not correct. So 1, 2, 3 will be correct. Anyway, I Vysh versus UPSC with the proof I am showing you all this from the government website itself. And the other one, anemia mukta, anemia itself is like shortage of iron in your body. And they are giving like first statement, give calcium supplements. You have to give iron supplements there. So first statement is wrong. Okay, remaining is all correct I think. The cord clamping is there written in the clauses, but it's little in depth I agree. It's a little in-depth question. Then it provides for a periodic deworming, that albendazole tablet or something I think you all will have. On Panchayat you will get that tablet and you all will have that. It's for deworming, your stomach deworming. every 6 months or something, if you have, it's good for you. Okay, we all have had it. We all get it from the panchayat. Then this one, it addresses non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets of special focus on malaria. This also is listed in the clause heading. So that cord clamping and nutrition is a little in-depth, but this topic was easy actually. So that means Ideal Coaching Institute should have taught you this. Okay, we also have covered it, but because it's older one, it's there in our older current affair magazine. It's not in our new sets which we gave to this year's student. So that way we also won't claim that question, but this is something which, as I told you, have to prepare 2-3 year old current affair, so this should have been covered. Else, if you want, I can remove that also from this easy, which I claim. Okay. Now these 3 questions, you would not have studied this. Nobody will teach you this. But here, all the 3 answer is same. Why? See the question. First one: some mushrooms have medicinal properties. Some mushrooms have psychoactive properties. Some mushrooms are like glowing in the night. Something is a bioluminescent. Some are having insecticide property. In this universe, in this world where everything is like, everything is possible, this will be possible, because they are not like some, or they are not like all, or this thing like never. Such words are not there. They are like some. Maybe there, even one might be there. Okay, any one mushroom which is glowing in the dark will be there. Any one mushroom used for insecticide by farmers. Somebody will experiment something, right? So their answer is all the above. Okay, the next one is, you see, none of them use seawater, none of them is privately owned, none of them is set up in water stressed. You Google at least one you will get. One privately owned coal plant you will get, one privately, one set up in seawater, one in water district. This is all you will get, water stressed district. So there again, that none answer is none also, because everything is correct actually, so none. It cannot be possible like none. So next one again, next one we have taught you also. There's something called extremophiles. Extremophiles in environment, our first question itself is like that. What is extremophiles? They are the ones who can live in extreme conditions. Whatever, acidic or too much cold, too much hot, in the mountains, in the water, in the acid, in the bay, anything. Such things are extremophiles. So they are telling that only. Some microorganisms grow in environment where temperature is boiling, somewhere it's freezing, somewhere the acidic is below this thing. It will be possible. In this earth, there are, you can't believe how many types of these marine organisms or bacteria, viruses, fungi is there in this planet. So again, all of them are correct. So that reason this is easy, because the questions they have set it like this. And these are bonus brownie points I'll tell. You should actually look out for this next year also. 1 or 2 they'll purposely put like this. Okay. So when you read it, if you, in your instinct it's telling like it is possible, go for the answer, all the above or none of the above, that whichever suits it. You will get that mark. Okay. These are purposely UPSC is giving to help you. They also know that it is tough paper. So some like this they have given for the aspirant with a cool mind who sat till the end, they will be able to solve this question. Okay, so this, including this now 26 or 27 questions I have shown you. If you want, I can remove that anemia book as easy, and the one that contrast of ocean as easy. So 25 questions is easy questions according to me. Next year also this will come. Next year also this many questions at least will come, which is easy or doable for a serious aspirant. So be that serious aspirant. You will read newspapers daily, you will study the basic textbook, you will have a timetable based test series, you will solve questions, you will write main answers. This basic thing you do first, then go and complete UPSC. You cannot directly tell UPSC is tough, UPSC is challenging, UPSC is simply torturing us. First do the basic things, then score that basic marks which you ideally deserve to clear. You get that 50 marks. Then you have to play the game. Remaining 75 questions, you have to again now strategically play. Like I told, go for that statement, assertion, reasoning type. You will get one of the statement as wrong. Definitely you will get. There you get 3 points, which other people, when they are wasting time on president type question, or maybe that national flag size question and all, you are thinking and wasting time, which anyway you will not reach any conclusion. But you are wasting time. Instead go for these things. So this I will make again more and more strategy videos. I will make. 1 year is left. In this 1 year, many good things we will do. We will make you clear. Okay, but stick to one source. Okay, like for one, don't now buy Upinder Singh textbook and all just because 2 questions came. You have to study the same R.S. Sharma for history. You have to study the same NCERT. See, GC Leong was any use for this? I tell from last 6 years, I am telling don't study GC Leong unless your optional is geography or you have interest for geography. Don't study GC Leong. Okay, for your mains also answer writing, NCERT has enough and more content. Your 6 to 12 geography NCERT is one of the best NCERTs in the overall NCERTs you take. That is enough. Don't buy any textbooks unless you are optional. If you have optional geography, buy Majid Hussain, do GC Leong, do maps, do 2-3 atlases, you do whatever you want. Normally just for prelims and for mains GS1 paper means do NCERT, you will score full. But do NCERT so thoroughly that middle of the night they come and ask you different types of forest or gospel, you should be able to tell. So make yourself strong first. Then we will complain. We will also stand with you. We will complain again UPSC. We will put the plea you want. All these things we will do, which will take time. But immediately what you have to do? Correct yourself. Be the best aspirant. Make yourself deserving to control a district. You are going to become IAS or IPS. One district is given to you. Are you capable to do that? or you're going there just to get that IAS bungalow and IAS car. You are going to make an impact means you have to be thorough on all these things, the ground level activities and things and all. So make yourself so strong that you have every right to go and question the UPSC. Now what happening is most of the aspirants who did not do any preparation, just for the group of like crowd is shouting, they are also shouting. UPSC stuff, UPSC stuff. First things, whether did you actually do these basic 25 questions at least? Then you have every right. You did these things, you have every right to shout. UPSC was tough, they asked you very bad GK, you have every right to question them. So become that best aspirant. We will stand with you and we will shout against UPSC. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Next we will do Vysh versus UPSC video, 2024 test series launch, 2024 special current affair, me personally teaching you current affair, one new batch which I never done, that I am planning. 2025 2-year timetable I am making it. It will take 5-10 days to make. By June 15th or June and the maximum I will do, so that July 1 onwards you can start studying. Even 24 aspirants timetable, it will start on July 1. Okay, July 1 to next year May 20. Every single day what you have to do, I will tell you. We will not teach you everything. We will tell you. It's a self-study program. Most of them free lectures are there. Wherever it's not there, that day you have to study it yourself from whichever source we tell you. I will tell you read this, read that. Okay, then weekly test will be there, answer writing evaluation will be there, everything will be there. So this is a complete plan, prelims plus mains integrated. Optional won't be there. We won't teach optional. We don't have the teachers as of now for every optional. So optional, if we launch separately, we'll launch. So wherever in the timetable, but we would have left space. Like these days are for optional. So whichever coaching you are taking or whichever you are self-study, you do optionals that day. We have kept space for that also in the timetable. That way it is designed. The 1-year timetable is designed to including CSAT optional, essay, ethics, case study, everything. But some we will teach, some you have to study yourself, some you have to study from somewhere else. Understanding? The timetable will give you. It will be there on YouTube. Whoever want can model that and make your own. If you are buying our test series, you will get it in your inbox. And weekly you will get the materials, the PDF, test PDF. Okay, so this is the plan. I will wind up this video. Any problem in this series, please tell me, okay, so that I can correct it in the next video. So thank you and have a nice day.